Happy Miku Day, everyone. I just recently found out that every March 9th, there is a thing called Miku Day. And my gosh, this is probably one of the best days of the freaking year. That's right, mans. For as long as I've been watching anime or been in the anime community, I've heard of Miku and I was aware of her existence. I thought she was like AI or something of the similar at one point, but then I realized that she is simply just more than that. And I'm so glad that I'm able to differentiate between the two. Yet some people on X can't and do call her AI, which is disgraceful. Do your goddamn research. She is not a freaking AI. She's a Vocaloid. Anyways, though, this is probably, again, one of the best days of the gosh darn year. And I am so glad to be a fan of her. Although just very recently, I started listening to her songs like maybe 2 or 3 years ago. But I was aware of Miku's existence even before that. And I just really do love how influential and how much of an impact she's had on not just the Japanese culture, but as well as here in the Western area, making appearances in our current pop culture stuff. I mean, she's made significant big crossovers. I mean, just look at Fortnite, look at Fall Guys, and just look at YouTube, one of the biggest freaking websites in the entire world. Look what I'm showing you right now, and look at what happens when you look at the top left corner of YouTube. You got an entire animation. Like, there's just no other Vocaloid that has been this big in any world. It is just so cool. I love Miku, and I just like seeing her, I guess, like, in a way, grow up. I mean, she's been here for around 16 years, and she's going to continue on living forever, eventually surpassing us. I don't know. I'm just thinking about that stuff just blows my mind. But one cool thing that I've seen recently when it came to anybody acknowledging Miku is when it comes to, like, famous creators. Take Queso, for example. I don't know if he's a fan of Miku personally. I just know that he knows who Miku is, and just recently with his streams playing Fall Guys, obviously, he knows Miku and is a fan. I've even seen fan arts of him and Miku, and again, that just warms my heart, because not only do you have one of the best content creators in the entire gosh darn world, but you also have Miku, one of the best Vocaloids in the gosh darn world, and both of them obviously being well loved. I've never seen hate go towards Queso, and I've never seen hate go towards Miku, although there is some competition with her against Teto, but I mean, we all unify together. We can all learn to love them both, but I still love Miku a little bit more. But other than Queso, I find it absolutely hilarious and, you know, just in awe that Mike Shinoda, the singer of Linkin Park, is also a fan of Miku. He has a figurine, and I've seen fan art between them two, and it just warms my heart, man, because Linkin Park is a band that I've been a fan of for a very long time, because when growing up, I've listened to a lot of just like rock, alternative rock, of what y'all might even consider dad rock from a very young age, and Linkin Park was, you know, been there since day one for me. So hearing Mike Shinoda being a fan of something so weeby or something just so far out there, it just makes me insanely happy. It's like also hearing like the singer of Limp Bizkit, Fred Durst, being a fan of Rey from Evangelion. But I also just like seeing like the evolution of Miku throughout the years. I mean, just look at the very first arts of her. She looks a little baby in this one. Like, this is just the intro to Miku, and then throughout the year you get to see a little bit of a character design over the course of time and whatnot, and then you see this one. It's just different iterations, but still has the core essence of Miku. And then just today we finally see the 2026 version of Miku, and my gosh, man, it's so polished to the smallest detail. I even see a post showing that they kept every small detail to the eyeshadow. You pay attention to the very small parts of this right here in the very first drawing of Miku, you can see a little bit of eyeshadow, and you look at this one, still there. It's so cool. I don't know what it is. I'm like fangirling over Miku, like how I did in my last video, fangirling over Otto. Also, if we'd never had Miku, we wouldn't even have Otto either. I'm pretty sure somewhere online you could find a quote saying that the reason why Otto even began singing or was inspired to sing was because Hatsune Miku exists. Now, what makes me jealous about having this Miku Day is that obviously Japan celebrates it first, and that's not really what I'm griping about. But what I am griping about is that McDonald's has an entire meal dedicated to Miku, and anybody that lives in Japan was able to order it. That stuff never even happens in the US, let alone anything that ever happens of like anime related in the US. It is just so unfair, and I wish that Hatsune Miku had a deeper impact here in the western side of the world, especially in the US. That way I'm able to, weeb the freak out. Now, although Hatsune Miku isn't that impactful to collaborate with fast food restaurants or other small stores, one thing that did color me surprised was at the end of last year, where it was announced that Hatsune Miku Expo was going to be coming to the US. And best believe when I heard immediately about that news, I bought tickets. I think I also bought the VIP and a very good seating to that stuff. So best believe you will be seeing me there. And just to give you a heads up on when it's actually starting, it's going to be starting early April here in North America. So keep an eye out for that. And if you live in Europe, keep an eye out towards November. I know I'm like a grown ass man just fangirling over a virtual girl, but I mean, Miku is just Miku, bruh. That's all I really gotta say. Again, happy International Miku Day. You know what? I'm going to set a goal from here. If I am able to hit over 100,000 subscribers by the end of next year on this exact day, I will be cosplaying as Miku, making an entire video, and even do an entire live stream cosplayed as Miku. That's what I'll do. That's a goal that I'll set for myself. If you made it this far, you know what to do. Anyways, though, if you made it this far, appreciate y'all for hanging around. If you like what you see, why not drop a like and subscribe, as that does help around on my channel a lot. Anyways, if you made it this far, you have a wonderful day. Thank y'all for stopping by, and I'll see y'all next time. Adios, guys.